And I'm a good man. I'm a good citizen. Telling a bad government no. And so the bad government refuses to leave. So they're creeps and they're terrorists and they're holding me hostage. So I'm being held hostage in America. So if you don't believe that that's true, now you know it's true. I am being held hostage in America. This is not a joke. By a bad, corrupted government. No, I don't want you no more. I know what no means, and you don't. Listen to my words. No, stay away from me, you creepy criminals. Yeah, and they won't. Because you're not free to leave. You never were. This is slavery. And they're going to torture you and punish you for standing up to them and knowing too much. Waking up from your brainwashing. Waking up from the matrix. They're going to kidnap you, torture you, rape you. Unless you listen to them and do what they tell you to do. Or do something. All right. Okay, cool now. Hello, everyone. Spring is back. I got the flowers in my hair. I love spring. Like my flowers? I do. I love flowers. I love flowers. Thank you, God, for these beautiful flowers. It's just natural beauty. I love to share natural beauty with you, and I don't think there's anything unnatural about flowers. I picked them fresh from the garden. So, yeah. Anyways, so so we're just chilling, hanging out. We're chilling and hanging out. We're working on the piano chords. Can you guess what that is? G minor scale. So tonight we are talking about creepy government workers, like creepy cops, creepy government agents. Like I love hope and I love the idea of God, but I have to call him out. But I have to call him out and say, you know what, God? This seems more like an alien invasion on our planet, and they're like using us as like workers, like slaves. Like we're animals. We're 99% monkeys, and they enhanced us a little bit to be a little bit more competent than the average animal on the planet. But it's like we're being so mistreated by our government, and they're just the police are so bad. They're so immature. They're so unprofessional. They're criminals. They're creeps. They're toxic masculinity. They're cowards. They're jealous losers. They're arrogant. They're self righteous hypocrites. They're everything wrong in a person, everything wrong in a man. They don't walk with God. They don't express faith. They don't read the Bible. They don't want the best for you. They don't want the best for me. They want me to be a criminal. They want you to be a criminal. They want your kids to be a criminal. They want your dad to be a criminal. They want your dad to be a criminal. They want your mom. They want your brother to be a criminal. They want your uncle to be a criminal. They want your sons to be criminals because they're jealous of all other men. And they're more jealous of certain men like me. And so they constantly attack me. They use their position of power and authority to target me, called gang stalking. They're not the good guys. They're a gang of criminals. They're an illegal gang of criminals. I do not give them permission anymore to represent me in any way. I reject all of their service. I reject their authority. And what next? They won't go away. Could you imagine if you're a girl and you reject a guy and he won't go away? What's that called? A stalker. That's right. The police are stalkers. They're creepy criminals. They're creeps. No means no. Stay away from me, you creepy stalker gang member criminals. You are not wanted. Your services are terrible. You're bad at your job. You are rejected. Rejected. Get out of here. Stay away. You're criminals. You're terrorists. You have made America a worse place. The more police that you hire, the worse America is becoming. Why? Because they don't do anything good for the community. They stood there and terrorized innocent people. Innocent men. It's a joke. The government is a complete joke. And we don't want them no more. My no means no. Get away from me, you rapist criminal. You creepy criminal. Stay away. Right. And they won't listen. They won't listen because they're creeps. Could you imagine how they attacked this 14-year-old boy? He's innocent. He's a vulnerable boy. They're being sued right now and they deny all responsibility. But yet they want you to be responsible for a traffic ticket. They want you to take accountability, and they absolutely take no accountability or responsibility. It is a brainwashed joke. Think about how much of a sheep, an animal you have to be to worship the police or respect them in any way. You're completely brainwashed. You just deny all reality. You're trapped in the matrix of slavery. And that's why I say it's aliens. I really believe that aliens come to this planet and have entrapped us in slavery. After reading all the Bible, after praying, after studying the Bible, there's just no way that all this terrorism can perpetually continue and never stop. It's just nonstop. It's just straight up terrorism again and again and again and again. And so that doesn't show me a almighty, beautiful love God, loving kindness God. That shows me an alien. That shows me aliens who have come to this planet. They have enhanced the monkeys of this planet and created men creatures, monkey men. We are monkey men and women. And now this is the best they can do. They're not perfect, right? They're not perfect like God. They're imperfect, and that's why we have so many problems. They can't solve the problems. And not only that, but at the end of the day, as much as they are probably generally benevolent and maybe respectable, they created us for a job to do. And so at the end of the day, they need to train us by torturing us. Right? Think about like a dog fight or a cockfight. Do you remember Michael Vick and his dog fight? Do you know that some of the details when he was a football player that got caught for dog fighting? Did you know that he had to punish the dogs in order to teach them how to get angry? He had to use torture techniques to make them angry to want to fight and kill each other. Yeah, think about it. That's what the aliens are doing to us. That's why they have to keep torturing us. That's why they empower the cops over us. While they tell us to take responsibility and accountability for minor violations of the law, like going 5 miles over the speed limit, when cops actually go and shoot people in the back, violently attack innocent 14-year-old boys, and take zero accountability or responsibility, act like they're the victims. That's terrorism, right? And so that's alien terrorism. They're torturing us because they need us to produce a civilization for us. They're colonizing our planet, and they need us to do the work for them. So they're having us build the cities, build the nation up, dig the ditches, dig in the dirt for the minerals, retrieve all the resources for them, build all the buildings, and then fight the wars. And then fight all the wars. So they got to make us angry. Right. And so the aliens need to aggravate us, antagonize us, and they use each other by like monkey promoting, right? They promote cops, monkey cops, and they let them brutally attack us, innocent people. And you say, they didn't attack me. Yeah, but how many times does a criminal need to commit a crime before he's a criminal? Did he rob everyone? Next time you hear about a criminal on the news, you say, well, he's not a criminal because he didn't attack me. No, he doesn't attack everybody. The cops do not attack everyone. But it doesn't mean that they don't commit crimes. When they commit a crime, that makes them a criminal. Period. When they attack innocent people and they violate our constitutional freedoms and boundaries, and even now that I'm saying no to the cops, that means they're criminals because I said no. Get away from me. Creepy criminal cops. Stay away, monkey criminal. They're just monkeys. Right? And so the aliens use them to aggravate us. What's in it for the aliens? Because they have to control us. We're actually more competitive. Right. We're more competitive than you know. Right. We're actually more competitive than you know. They're closer to us than we think. Which is why the planet is such a hellhole. It's such a terrorist hellhole. Because they're not that great. They're not that perfect, and they can't have us perfect because they have to torture us in order to get us to produce a civilization. In order to produce a civilization for them. And so why do we have so many cultures, languages? The reason we have so many cultures and languages is because that's how they used to divide us. Oftentimes when cultures, anytime they want, they can aggravate one culture to attack another, and then they're back and forth fighting. So we're not progressing, or we're not helping ourselves out or even each other out, because we're aggravated at each other because of our cultural differences, our physical features that are different, our language or speaking language differences. And so then now that's what we're doing with China and Russia. They need us to go fight them. So we need to probably because the things were so bad in America that they need to I mean, obviously I don't have their actual blueprints, and it's probably too much information, because what's the key to their success? They live longer than us. Maybe not forever, but they live, what, 10,000, 30,000 years? Right? Where we live 100 years, 80 years, average, or like possibility wise. Why are the cars coming now? And so they live 20,000, 30,000, maybe 100,000. Maybe they're immortal, right? There's this idea in the Bible that the tree of life was the knowledge of immortality, and they took that from us. And then they decided to limit our lifespans because we were getting too competitive, which means we were getting too successful, right? And that means we could reject, because if they don't torture us, we can rebel against them. We don't have to listen to them. But when we stop listening to them, or we stop doing what they want, oftentimes something bad will happen to you because they do it. They cause it in order to get your attention. So then you do it. You say, please help me, God. I submit. Have mercy on me. Okay, do this. Do that. Do that. God told me read the Bible. Yeah. Which is probably the aliens talking to me. So most likely it's a chess game. Right? They want to be efficient. So they want to use me for their efficient purposes. But by talking to you about this, I'm kind of resisting a little bit, but they probably don't care, because they probably don't think that you're going to listen. Right? They just know that you're not going to listen. Or if you are going to listen, it's just too late anyways. People are rebelling everywhere. So therefore, There's nothing they can do about it, so they just plan on exterminating most of us. Anyways, through war, pestilence, and famine. That's how they exterminate us. Yeah, that's how they exterminate us. So why am I mad? Because I'm tired of the pain and suffering. I'm tired of the torture. Right? It's nonstop and it's never gonna stop. I'm tired of the cops that are so bad, right? And they don't take no kind of responsibility. And we say no. I'm saying no. So I'm being held hostage because I said no. No, I don't want you no more government. And you're bad. And it's not a bad citizen telling a good government no. And I'm a good man. I'm a good citizen telling a bad government no. And so the bad government refuses to leave. So they're creeps and they're terrorists and they're holding me hostage. So I'm being held hostage in America. So if you don't believe that that's true, now you know it's true. I am being held hostage in America. This is not a joke. By a bad, corrupted government. No, I don't want you no more. I know what no means, and you don't. Listen to my words. No, stay away from me, you creepy criminals. Yeah, and they won't. Because you're not free to leave. You never were. This is slavery. And they're going to torture you and punish you for standing up to them and knowing too much. Waking up from your brainwashing. Waking up from the matrix. They're going to kidnap you, torture you, rape you. Unless you listen to them and do what they tell you to do. Or do something else that they accept, that they allow you to do. That's acceptable behavior. So, absolute no. It's just terrible. I don't know what to say. A minor scale. How was that? Nice, right? So, God bless you. Amen. Mwah.